In Sudan, the country brings a strategy to open up a gold market in order to raise revenue. Sudan has begun allowing private traders to export gold, a measure designed to crack down smuggling and attract foreign currency into the country's cash-strapped treasury. Until now, Sudan's central bank has been the sole body legally allowed to buy and export gold and set up centers to buy the metal from small-scale miners. Any added revenue from the new system will help Sudan government cope with several economic pressures as it tries to navigate a 3-year political transition. The government is serving under a military-civilian power-sharing deal struck after President Omar al-Bashir was ousted last year. According to the Minister of Mining and Energy, Adil Ibrahim, Sudan produced an estimated 93 tons of gold in 2018. In new regulation circulated on January 1st, the central bank said private mining companies could now export up to 70% of their production provided their deposit proceeds in local banks. They had to sell the other 30% to the central bank. In Nigeria, ALIKO DANGOTE, Africa's richest man, plans to take office space in New York City to help diversify his investment and avoid the risk of currency fluctuation on his home country. Expressing himself, Dangote said, "In Africa, we have issue of devaluation, so we want to really preserve some of the family wealth." According to the Bloomberg report, Dangote will use the base and an existing one in London to become more global after the completion of the $12 billion, 650,000 barrel a day refinery currently under construction in Nigeria. The 62-year-old Nigerian businessman became $4.3 billion richer in 2019 as his fortune continued to grow on the back of investment in cement, flour, and sugar. He found the 19th wealthiest man in the world. His conglomerate Dangote Industry accounts for more than a fifth of the value of Nigeria's stock exchange. In Senegal, tourism is the latest sector that Senegalese-American singer and songwriter AKON has identified as a potential area of investment on the African continent. Best known for his R&B hits such as Lock Up and Smack That, the singer, whose real name is Aliou has over the years championed different projects, notably Lighting Africa, that aim to provide electricity to 600 million Africans. Senegal's state-owned tourism company SAPCO signed a deal with AKON to build a sustainable tourism village that will campaign for the environment. Beyond his stature as an artist, it is AKON, the investor, who believes in Africa, the tourism ministry said in a statement before the ceremony. In 2018, AKON unveiled acquiring a new cryptocurrency named after himself as a central form of exchange. He thinks that blockchain and cryptocurrency could be the savior for Africa in many ways because it brings the power back to the people. His team project with Senegalese young and Malian entrepreneur project to bring clean energy to millions of households in Africa, which raised $1 billion in 2016, has been implemented in several African countries, including Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Gambia. In Mali, 18 United Nations peacekeepers from Chad were wounded yesterday in an attack on a military base for United Nations, French, and Malian troops in northern Mali, a UN spokesman said. The UN peacekeeping mission in Mali reported that this morning several mortars and rockets were fired at its camp in Tizalit in the Kidal region. Condemning the attack, the mission immediately organized medical evacuation and security reinforcement. Mali is one of the most dangerous countries in the world. For United Nations peacekeeper troops from Mali's neighbor make up the majority of more than 30 United Nations peacekeeper troops in Mali, MINUSMA. Islamic extremists took over Mali's north in 2012. Mali's military has failed to stem the violence despite support from French and the United Nations peacekeeper mission. The extremist group has pushed south into Mali's more populated areas and into neighboring Burkina Faso, staging deadly attacks. Talking about Uganda and Rwanda, Rwanda received its national receipt by Uganda on Wednesday as the two East African neighbors work to end months of cold peace. Uganda immigration officials handed over the 9 men to their Rwanda counterparts at the Gutana border post on Thursday morning. They were being accused of spying and political meeting in Kampala military court, but the government of Uganda decided to withdraw the charges against them in line with the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the two republics, Uganda and Rwanda. Rwanda Foreign Affairs Minister Vincent Biruta called the gesture a good start but urged the release of all its nationals still held in Uganda. Towards Masolini Bwesuke, Uganda representative, the prisoner release is the first major step at normalizing ties between the two erstwhile allies, which took a negative turn when Kigali closed its border to Uganda exports last February, dealing Kampala millions of dollars in revenue.